Hello everyone, welcome to Progress Consulting Service Private Limited and thank you for joining us today. In this video, we will demonstrate the livestock animal management and complete life cycle and farm operation solution for Odoo. Livestock management involves maintaining detailed information about animal and managing their complete life cycle. A farm may need to track individual animals such as a cow, buffalo, sheep, goats, or horses. At the same time, other livestock operation may manage animals collectively through groups or batches, such as a poultry batches, fish ponds, or bee colonies. Along with basic animal information, farm also need to manage physical details, location, genealogy, vaccination, breeding, productions, growth and weight tracking, posting, health feeding, movements and mortalities and other daily livestock activities. In this demonstration, we will follow the complete functional flow of the module using the records already available in the system. We will begin with the main animal record, understand the two animal management approaches, and then move through the complete livestock operational flow. Let's begin the demonstration. Purpose of the module. The main purpose of the livestock animal management solution is to provide a centralized platform for managing livestock animals and their complete life cycle. The animal record acts as a central point where all important information about the livestock can be maintained. The module allows organization to manage complete animal identification and detail individual animals, group and beneficiaries, physical information, farm location, genealogies, vaccinations, breeding, animal production, weight and growth tracking, hosting, health records, feeding, farm operations, animal movements, mortalities, related business transaction and report and analysis. The solution connects all these activities so that user can maintain complete history of the animal or livestock group throughout its life cycle. Let's now move to the main animal menu. We are now in the Odoo backend. Let's open the animal menu. Here we can see the existing livestock record available in the system. The animal list provides an overview of the livestock management by the organizations. User can search, filter, group, sort the record to quickly find specific animal or livestock groups. Let's open the existing animal record. The system supports two main approaches to livestock management: individual animal management and group or patch animal management. Let's understand the both approaches. First, let's look at the individual animal management. Individual management is used when every animal needs to be tracked separately with its own unique identity. For example, cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, horse, camel, or other individually managed livestock. Each animal has its own animal tag and RFID numbers. The farm can maintain complete life cycle history for each individual animal. These individuals its physical details, location, genealogy, vaccination, breeding, production, growth, hosting, health, feeding, movement, and other related activities. Let's open the physical tab. This section maintain the physical characteristic and measurement of the animal. Here user can record relevant information such as a weight, identification mark, and health status. For an individual animal, these details help monitor the physical condition of the specific animal. Next, let's open the locations. This section identifies where the animal or livestock group is currently located. The animal can be assigned to specific farm, shed, pen, or pond, or quarantine area, or other configured farm location. These allow the farm team to quickly identify the current physical location of the animal. When the animal is moved from one location to another, the animal movement process can be used to maintain the movement history. We will review this process later in the demonstration. Next, genealogy. The genealogy is used to maintain the animal family and parents relationship. Here user can identify the male parents and female parent. This information helps the organization maintain the lineages and family history of the animal. The genealogy is especially important for breeding programs where farms need to monitor bloodiness and parent relationship. This information also connects the animal with its breeding and offspring history. Next, let's review the vaccinations. This section allows user to maintain vaccinations information related to the animal. User can track vaccination date, next vaccination date, vaccination status, and other vaccination information. This provides a centralized vaccination history for the animal. The information helps farm manager and a veterinary team monitor preventing healthcare and upcoming vaccination requirements. The breeding tip. This section provides access to the animal breeding related information. User can maintain breeding activities involving the animal and track the reproductive life cycle. The breeding process can include male animal, female animal breeding date, breeding method, pregnancy information, expected delivery date, and related breeding details. This allows the farm to connect the animal with complete breeding history. We will review the complete breeding workflow separately after reviewing the animal form. Next, let's open the production. The production section is used to maintain information about the product or outputs generated by the animal. Depending on the type of livestock, production can include milk, eggs, wool, or other livestock-related products. These allow user to maintain a historical record of the animal production performance. Multiple production record can be maintained over time. Next, review the growth and weight tracking. This section allows user to monitor the animal growth and physical development over a time. A user can maintain multiple tracking records. Each record can include tracking dates, age, weight, height, body length, chest length, and notes. By maintaining multiple records, the farm can compare the animal current measurement with historical records. These help monitor growth, weight gain, and overall physical development. Let's review the costing. The livestock management involves different costs throughout the animal life cycle. The costing section provides visibility into the financial aspect associated with the animal or livestock group. Cost may include purchase cost, feeding cost, medical cost. These help farm manager understand the overall cost associated with the managing livestock. The costing information can later be used for financial analysis and decision making. The second approach is a group or batch animal management. This is used this is useful for when livestock is managed collectively rather than individually. For example, broiler batches is poultry groups, fish pond, bee colonies, or other livestock groups. Instead of creating separate record for every individual animal, the group or batch can be managed as one livestock record. The record can maintain information such as a batch or a group reference, quantity, animal category, species, breed, animal type, gender, date of birth, location, and status. The group or batch can also be connected with the feeding, health, productions, growth, movement, posting, and mortalities activity. Therefore, the model provides a flexibility to manage both individually identify animal and collectively manage the livestock. Now let's review the animal sections. First is physical data. This section is used to maintain the physical characteristic and measurement of the animal. Here user can record relevant information such as weight, health status and identification map. For a group or batch, the information can be used to maintain overall physical information for the livestock group. This detail provides the baseline information required for monitoring animal growth and development. Review the location. This section identifies whether the animal or livestock group is currently located. The animal can be assigned to specific farm, farm, sale, pen, pond, quarantine area or other configuration location. These allow the farm These allow the farm team to quickly identify the current physical location of the animal when the animal is moved from one location to another. The animal movement processes can be used to maintain the movement history. We will review the process later in the demonstration. Now review the vaccinations. This section allows user to maintain vaccination information near to the animal. User can track vaccine, vaccination date, next vaccination date, vaccination status, other vaccinations informations. They provide a centralized vaccination history for the animal. The information helps farm managers and veterinary team monitor preventive healthcare and upcoming vaccination requirements. Now, review the breeding. This section provides access to the animal breeding related information. User can maintain breeding activities involving the animal and track the reproductive life cycle. The breeding process can include male animal, female animal, breeding date, breeding method, pregnancy information, expected delivery dates, and related breeding details. These allow uh, these allow the farm to connect the animal with its complete breeding history. We will review the complete breeding workflow separately after reviewing the animal form. Next, review the production. The production section is maintain information about the product or output generated by the animal. Depending on the type of livestock, production can include milk, eggs, wool, or other livestock related products. These allow user to maintain a historical record of the animal's product informations. Multiple production records can be maintained over a time. Now review the growth and tracking section. This section allows user to monitor an animal growth, physical development over a time. User can maintain multiple tracking records. Each record can include tracking date, age, weight, height, body length, chest length, conditional score, weight gain, and average daily gain. In notes, by maintaining multiple records, the farm can compare the animal current measurement with historical record. This helps monitor growth, weight gain, and overall physical development. For a group or batch animal, similar tracking information can be maintained at the group level. These provide useful information for livestock performance monitoring. These livestock management involve different costs throughout the animal life cycle. The costing section provides visibility into the financial aspect associated with the animal or livestock group. Cost may include purchase costs, feeding costs, medical costs. These need farm managers understand the overall cost associated with the managing livestock. The costing information can later be used for financial analysis and decision making. This completes the overview of the main animal record. Now let's move the animal farm to operational workflow connected to the livestock management. The list of the animal graphical representation of the animal. Now let's open the breeding manual. Here we can see the existing breeding record available in the system. The breeding manual provides a centralized view of the reproductive activities managed by the farm. Let's open the existing breeding record. Here we can see the male animal and female animal involved the breeding processes. The record includes the breeding date and breeding methods. For example, breeding method can be natural breeding or artificial insemination. After the breeding activity, the pregnancy information can be monitored. The breeding record allows the farm to track pregnancy status and expected delivery information. Once the animal gives birth, the related offspring information can be maintained. The breeding record allows the farm track pregnancy status and expected delivery information. Once the animal gives birth and related offspring information can be maintained, this creates a complete reproductively flow. Male animal plus to female animal to breeding to pregnancy to delivery to offspring. The offspring can be registered and managed as a new animal record. This creates a continuous connected between breeding, genealogy, and animal life cycle management. Here is a represent the common view of breeding. Now Let's move to the health records menu. Here we can see the health record already maintained in the system. Let's open the existing health record. The health record allows the veterinary team to maintain detailed information about the animal health conditions. The, re- the record can include physical examinations, information such as body weight, body temperature, heart rate, and overall health status. Next, we can review the disease and diagnosis information. User can relate the disease, symptoms, diagnosis, affected body parts, disease, severity, and veterinary observation. The treatment section allows the user to record treatment details, medications, dosages, treatment date, veterinaries, and treatment status. The health record is connected with the animal overall life cycles and can be accessed from the related animal record. Health record is connected to fully animal life cycle. It's a graphical view of the health record. Now let's move to the feeding functionality. The feeding process is divided into the two main areas. First one is the feeding schedule and second is the feeding records. Let's open the feeding schedule. Here we can see the planned feeding activities. The schedule allows the farm to plan feeding activities for animal or livestock groups. It can include animal feed type, feeding frequency, planned quantity, start date, end date, and feeding instructions. The feeding record represents the actual feeding activity carried out the farm day. Here we can see the animal feed type, feeding date, quantity, unit of measure, and feeding schedule. Additional observations and note can be maintained. The functional flow is there for the feeding schedule to feeding to actual feeding record, then feeding history. These allow the organization to maintain both planned and actual feeding informations. Let's open the feeding records. The feeding record represents the actual feeding activities carried out by the farm team. Open the existing feeding record. Here we can see the feed type, feed date, quantities, unit of measure, feeding detail, time, cost, observations, and notes. These allow organization to maintain both planned and actual feeding informations. Now let's open the animal productions menu. Here we can see the existing productions records. The animal production functionally provides the centralized view production activities. Let's open the existing production record. Here we can review the animal production date, production type, product, quantity, unit of measure, status, and notes. For example, production may relate to milk, eggs, wool, or other livestock products. The production functionality allows a multiple record to be maintained over a time. These help the farm monitor production performance and analysis the output generated by the individual animal or group. The production record are also connected with the animal productions. Right. Now let's open the animal movement manual. Animal movement are used to when livestock is transferred between a different location. Let's open the existing movement records. Here we can see the animal source, location, destination, location, movement, date, movement reason. The system can also maintain transactions information such as a vehicle, driver, vehicle model, vehicle tag, number and last odometer. The animal health status can also be recorded during the movement processes. The movement can track throughout the different stages. For example, schedule in transitions to arrive to completed. These create a complete history of animal movements between different farm locations. Graphical view of the animal movements, activity views of the animal movements. Now move to the animal mortalities. The animal mortality functionality used to manage animals that have died. Let's open the existing mortality records. Here we can see the animal date, farm location, date of reasons. If the date was related to disease, the relevant disease can be recorded. The mortality process can include a post-mortem information and disable details. The financial loss section allows organization record the financial impact of the animal death. Insurance information can be maintained where applicable. The mortality workflow can be tracked through the stages such as reported, post-mortem, verified, disable, insurance claim, and close. These provide a structured process of recording animal livestock mortality. And the farm location. Here is the farm operation. Now open the existing farm operations. Here is the farm operations like animal operation, operation date, operation type, farm location to another location, animal details, feeding details, health detail, post details, descriptions, and notes. Here is a complete farm operation for the animal. Now let's review the how livestock animal management solution connect with the other Odoo businesses operations. The animal record act as a central point of the accessing The related business activities through the smart button and related record. User can navigate the two different Odoo operations. CRM and sales. Livestock information can be connected with the CRM and sales operations. Here the list of the CRM. Now open the existing CRM with the material estimations. Here is the existing CRM for with the material estimation, labor estimation, and overhead estimations. The livestock information can be connected with the CRM and sales operation. The business workflow can continue from the CRM opportunity to the job estimation. Here is the existing estimations. Estimation with the material estimation, labor estimations, overhead estimation. Estimation to create a quotation. Quotation here is the already created quotation. Quotation on the livestock information already given. Animal category, species, breed or animal type. Here is the list of the product when used for the animal. To the invoice. Sell order to the customer invoice. Customer invoice in the already livestock informations. Related animal information can be maintained through the sales process. Now to the purchase and vendor bill. For the livestock to purchase, the process can continue the purchase request to the purchase order. Here is the livestock information on the purchase to the vendor bill. Here is the vendor bill of the purchase order. Livestock information on for the vendor bill. The animal related information can be maintained through the purchasing processes. Now to the manufacturing. The livestock solution can be also connected with the Odoo manufacturing. Relevant animal information can be maintained in the bill of materials and carried out into the manufacturing orders. The direct material cost, direct labor cost, direct overhead cost, and then order. Manufacturing order in the livestock animal informations. Animal breeding record, animal categories, animal production, species, breed, and animal types. The flow can be bill of material to manufacturing order. Now to the equipment and maintenance. Here is the equipment list of the equipment. Equipment is used in livestock operation can be managed through the Odoo equipment. Maintenance request. When maintenance is required, maintenance requests can be created and managed through the maintenance applications. License and certificates. The solution can also connect the livestock record with license and certificate. User can manage documents such as livestock transport certificate, animal license, equipment certificate, and other compliance documentations. Here is the certifications for the transport certificate for broiler diseases. Here is the internal notes and achievements of the certificates. Livestock informations in certificate like animal category, species, breed, animal type, breeding records, animal production, and animal health records. Now to the license. License also connected with the livestock animal. Here is the license for poultry farm operating licenses. Here is the livestock information in the license for their informations and achievements for these poultry farm operating licenses. Now let's review the report and analysis for the livestock. Now let's review the report and analysis. The reporting functionality helps the farm manager analyze the information collected through the livestock life cycle. The reporting functionality helps the farm manager analyze the information collected throughout the livestock life cycle. Let's open the animal analysis reports. Here user can analyze the livestock record based on species, breed, animal category, animal type, gender, location and status. These systems provide different analytics view including the pivot and graph views. The same approach can be used to analyze different livestock activities. Now to the breeding analysis. Breeding analysis help the monitoring breeding activities, pregnancy information and reproductivity performance. The graphical view of the breeding analysis. Now move to the health record analysis. Health analysis is help analyze disease, health records, health condition, treatments, and veterinary activities. Here is the pivot view and the graphical view of the health analysis. Now move to the animal veterinary treatment analysis. The animal veterinary treatment represents the pivot view, graphical view. Now move to the animal mortalities. The mortality analysis helps identify death reasons, disease, location, mortality, and financial losses. Now move to the feeding analysis. In the feeding record analysis, feeding analysis helps the monitor feed type, quantity, animal, and feeding activities. Here is the graphical view of the feeding record. Now move to the feeding in the feeding schedule. Feeding schedule analysis. Feeding analysis is helps to analyze plant feeding activity and feeding schedules. The graphical view of the feeding schedule. move the farm operation analysis. Here is the farm operation analysis is pivot view, graphical view of the farm operation one location to another. Now move to the animal production analysis. Production analysis helps to monitor product quantities, production type, and overall or production performance. Here is the production performance. Now move to the animal movement analysis. Animal movement analysis is a help track animal transfer between the different locations, one location to another. Here is the view for one location to another locations. Now growth and breeding analysis. Now animal weight tracking analysis. This helps monitor animal growth, weight changes, and physical development over time for the animal growth and weight tracking. Now move to the animal offspring analysis. Here is the animal offspring analysis for the graphical view. Offspring analysis helps the review birth, parents, animal species, breed, and offspring information. These reports allow a farm manager to analyze livestock data and make better operation decisions. Now move to the configurations. Finally, let's review the configuration section. The configuration menu contains the master data required for the complete livestock workflow. User can configure animal configurations, animal categories, species, breed, animal types, animal tags. Now to the animal category is the list of the animal category with the category and the code, and here is the with the animal category with the descriptions. Now configure with the species. Species name code and the animal categories. Which category in the species. Now with the breed configuration for the breed name, code, animal category and the species. Now to the animal types. Here is the list of the animal types. Now move to the animal type. Here is the animal type, which type of like a pet, wild animal, poultry, apiary. Here is the description with the animal type. Now next to the health health configuration in the diseases. Diseases in the diseases code, disease name, severity, applicable species like earth, critical, high, medium. With the disease is the disease name, severity, applicable species with symptoms, treatments, prevention, and then descriptions. Now to the vaccinations. Here is the vaccinations code, vaccination name, vaccination types, manufacturing, and for the vaccinations code, applicable species, manufacturing vaccinations type, booster in internal test or required or which age to take a vaccine. Now livestock. Livestock configuration in livestock stages in livestock tech. Now move to the livestock stages. Livestock stages in the name, core, animal type. Now move to the animal livestock tags. Here is the livestock tag such like nature breeding, heat detection, pregnant, delivery, breeding, vaccinated, healthy. Here is the other feed types and feed locations. Now to the feed types. The feed type in the core feed category unit of measure, descriptions and more. Like feed type like high, silage, hay, rice burn, fish meal, pig feed. Now to the farm location. Which location for animal can live? And location goal, location name, location type, parent location, and animal capacity. Location like uh, bee, bee colony, location type like a shade, quarantine area, farm, barn. These configurations provide the foundation for all livestock operations. Once the master data is configured, user can use the throughout the animal breeding, health, feeding, production, movement, mortality, and reporting workflow. Let's give the summarize the complete functional flow demonstration in this video. The process starts with the central animal management functionality. The system supports individual animal and group or batch animal. With the animal record, we manage a physical detail, location, genealogy, vaccine, breeding, production, weight and tracking, and costing. After the animal record, the operational life cycle continues through breeding, breeding to health record to feeding, feeding to animal production to animal movement to animal mortality. The livestock data can then be connected with the broader Odoo business operations through CRM, sales, purchase, vendor bill to manufacturing to equipment to maintenance, license and certificates. Finally, the information collected throughout the life cycle can be analyzed through report and analysis. While the complete system is supported by configuration and master data. This creates a complete connected livestock management ecosystem inside Odoo. Business verticals. The system and the livestock animal management solution is suitable for a wide range of livestock and agriculture businesses. For a dairy farm, the system can manage cattle and buffalo, including the breeding, pregnancy, health, feeding, milk production, growth, and costing. For poultry farm, group and batches managed can be used for poultry batches, feeding, egg production, growth, health, and mortality. For sheep and goat farm, individual animal management can be used from genealogy, breeding, pregnancy, offspring, health, feeding, and growth tracking. For cattle and buffalo farm, user can manage individual animal with tags and RFID with tracking breeding, health, production, and life cycle activities. For horses farm, the system can manage individual horse record, genealogy, health, breeding, movement, and related records. For apiaries, bee colony can be managed as a group or batch livestock records. For aquaculture businesses, fish pond and aquatic livestock group can be managed with feeding, growth, productions, movement, and mortality information. This is, the solution can also livestock trading companies and then other agriculture organizations that require centralized livestock and business management. As we have seen throughout this demonstration, the livestock animal management solution provide a complete functional workflow for managing livestock throughout its life cycle. Starting from the central animal record, organization can manage both individual animal and group or batches. With the animal record, user can maintain physical detail, locations, genealogy, vaccinations, breeding, productions, weight and tracking, and posting. The operational workflow then continues through breeding, health record, feeding, animal production, animal movements, and mortality. The solution also connects livestock operations with other Odoo business operations, including the CRM, purchase, vendor fee, manufacturing, equipment, maintenance, license, and certificate. The report and analysis functionality provide a valuable insight into the livestock performance, while the configuration sections provide the master data required to operate the complete system, with support for individual animal and group or batch livestock. This solution can be adaptable to a wide range of livestock and agriculture businesses operations. Thank you for watching this functional demonstration of the livestock animal management, a complete life cycle and farm operation solution for Odoo. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next Odoo demonstration.